I'm Pamela Portnoy.
I'm Alexa Marie Anderson.
And no one's okay. Hello.
Hi.
We're back with new microphones.
Yes. And I have a friend. Her name is Scarlett. Pretty excited about her.
Oh, we're very excited.
Very excited.
So hopefully we're sounding better. We're a couple steps short still of really figuring it out, but I think we took some steps in the correct direction.
I think we took one big giant step, which is good.
One leap for no one's okay.
Yes.
One giant leap.
One giant leap.
Podcast.
Yes.
So, we mentioned on our previous episode that we were going to do Interstellar for movie night.
Movie night.
I feel so vain right now because I'm kind of obsessed with how I sound.
No, actually, I'm hoping that I sound as good in your ears as you do in mine. That's my hope.
Can I just mention that this is not the first episode I recorded with this mic, but was doing it backwards, which Jason very quickly fixed. He's like, do you have it backwards?
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
If that were the case, that would be really dumb. And lo and behold,
well,
yes.
I texted you today and I was like, well, if you're doing things wrong, I don't even want to know what's happening over here. Don't send Jason. We'll figure it out.
The faith that we're having right now and how you sound. I mean, you sound great to me, but you don't know how you sound right now.
No idea. So I'm hoping
we're really just patching it together today.
Yes. Pam, I'm just I'm waiting on pins and needles to hear about
Okay. I'm really trying. I'm really doing my best.
I mean, sorry. I should stop. I should just shut up because, you wrote this stuff down and I just watched the movie and showed up. So we're doing great.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Interstellar.
Yes.
Made in 2014.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Honestly, it doesn't feel that long ago at all.
That long ago.
I feel like I just saw it in theaters. 2014, directed by Christopher Nolan, written for the screen by Jonathan and Christopher Nolan. A team of explorers travel through a wormhole in space in an attempt to ensure humanity's survival. That is, of course, according to IMDb. Matthew McConaughey plays Cooper. Anne Hathaway plays Brand. Michael Caine plays Professor Brand. Jessica Chastain plays Murph. Casey Affleck plays Tom. Mackenzie Foy plays Murph at age 10. Timothée Chalamet plays Tom at age 15. Matt Damon, with the surprise entrance, plays Man. Topher Grace plays Getty. Wes Bentley plays Doyle. David Gyasi plays Romilly. What'd you think?
Well, I really enjoy this movie. And it's funny because, when you mentioned it on our previous podcast, I had forgot I'd seen it because I saw it in theaters too. And it took me a while to realize that I'd seen it and loved it. And then watching it again, I enjoyed it even more, honestly. I love Matthew McConaughey.
He's incredible.
In general, I love him so much in this film. His journey, oh my God. Yeah, I just love it.
I was watching an interview, I think, with Anne Hathaway and Matthew McConaughey when they were doing the press tour for this. And Anne Hathaway used a term, I think, called the McConaughey-essence, something like
it was named after him?
Just the moment in time where he started just doing all these serious roles. You know what I mean? He's always been an epically talented actor. I've always loved watching him. But right around the time he started doing Mud,
mm-hmm.
and then he did, of course, Dallas Buyers Club, which he won the Oscar for, Magic Mike, that he started doing all these roles that were totally different than what he was doing before. And I think Anne Hathaway referred to it as the McConaughey-essence or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
Or the McConaissance. I have no idea. But,
McConaissance.
But yeah, this was definitely around that time, and he's fabulous. And the funny thing about what she was saying was she says that she knew that he would win an Oscar after she saw his performance in Magic Mike, which, yeah.
Okay.
He made, like, first of all, like, aside from the fact that, like, the dancing and the sexiness in those movies are, like, incredible, like, he did, like, such a well-rounded, dynamic performance in that film, too.
Absolutely.
So I just thought that really caught my ear when I was watching that.
Yeah, he has so many moments, and like I think one of my favorite moments, which is also like an extremely emotional moment, and what I felt most connected to watching the film this time around, was when he's watching the tapes.
Oh yeah, the scene that I was mentioning, right?
Yes, and because I it has been so long since I've seen that scene, and like it's like 23 years have passed. Is it 23?
I think, yeah, 23.
It's like something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
just, she was 10 and then 33, yes. I think was when he left.
But like just watching his face watch the videos, and like he goes from like pure joy to like sobbing. Like I wonder how they shot that and like how quickly he was really going through each emotion. I don't know. That just fascinates me because it was so interesting to watch. It was so relatable because like I feel like as humans, especially on the day-to-day during this pandemic, we go from like one extreme, at least I do. Wait, I'm not going to speak for everyone.
I do too. I do too.
I go from like one extreme to the next. Like I'm like, oh, I'm laughing and I'm happy. And then like maybe an hour later I'm sobbing. I don't know. So that was
a gamble.
It's a gamble. So that was really relatable and also just an amazing performance.
Absolutely.
I don't know. That really hit me differently watching that a second time around for some reason. I think I kind of passed by it the first time I watched that part, but like I don't know. It's just different.
You're right. I think it's the changes that he goes through because he, of course, hadn't seen what his kids grew up to look like. I think they were gone for maybe technically, like, I don't know. The science really frustrates me in this film sometimes because I get really lost. They go down for the long, like, nap, they call it, right?
Yeah.
And then these
scares
videos are
me.
After that.
That freaks me out, by the way.
Right.
That gives me anxiety.
And it's not the first time I've seen that done in a movie. The other time it's in a comedic movie, which I'll mention in a sec. But it's not 23 years for him, obviously. It's just a few months, I think, right?
Yeah, because time's different, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine just being gone for a few months and then you're a grandparent and your kids are grown? They don't look the same anymore. They have a relationship to you that you're really not aware of because you've been gone for so long and they've like built ideas about you in their head.
That's a lot. And I think like that's just so much information.
It's really hard
process.
And it's so interesting seeing like the two different relationships that he has with his kids. Like his son is like super hopeful and like is very much keeping him in his life. And then you see the son lose hope about his dad coming home. And that's like so sad. And then of course he doesn't see his daughter until the one video that she makes. And yeah, she's still mad at him.
It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I thought he did an incredible job with that. That's not easy. Like thinking about how like I would even tackle something like that, you got to plant a lot of emotional landmines.
Well, right. And that's what I'm saying. Like for me, like I can't even imagine like shooting that. Like I don't know how long that would take me to get to each place. You know what I mean? Like each place in my mind. And so I'm just curious about how that played out. That fascinates
right,
me.
because they cut back and forth. So maybe they shot it. You never know. Maybe they did like one long thing where he constantly changes it, or maybe he takes a little time and gets into the next beat.
Yeah, like I'm curious about that for sure, because I think it would be really difficult, as you know, for me as an actor to you know go to one extreme to the next.
Yeah, but that's beautiful. That's a challenge that I love. I love that kind of stuff.
Definitely a fascinating scene for everyone to watch, but especially actors, I think.
I also thought Michael Caine had a really, really great. I thought, honestly, this cast is amazing.
Everyone's phenomenal.
I do remember when I was in theaters and I saw this, I was really surprised when I saw Matt Damon.
I was too. I was like, wait, what?
Because we're used to seeing like Matt Damon as like the leading man and not have like a cameo towards like 75% into the film.
Yeah. It was a little surprise.
Oh man, but like love to hate him.
Oh yeah. Obviously his character is not the fave.
Definitely not a fave, but I think what's great about it is that you kind of get it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's forgivable.
Right. But also like mentally, like where his brain is.
Oh my God. Speaking of quarantine, like when they wake him up out of that sleep state and he sees a person and he breaks down crying. First of all, beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's how this is like the worst comparison because I obviously hadn't been living alone in space for many years on a planet all by myself. So it's a terrible comparison. And I've had like human contact and I've been able to talk with people through technology as much as I want. But I was like, oh yeah, like that's partially on a very small scale how I felt after a couple months of like not having a hug.
Right. Like there's a small part of us now that can kind of feel that or feel like us, just a little bit of how he was feeling. Obviously, it's very much so on a larger scale. I mean, I don't even know what I would be like. I can't even imagine it. Like not okay, clearly. But
no, definitely not okay.
I think I'd be scared to see a person at that point. Like I'd be like,
I'd wonder if I was hallucinating.
Yeah, I'd be like, is it real? What's happening?
Especially because he said that he had put himself to sleep without a wake up.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Let's talk about that sleep thing because that really triggered me.
What about it triggered you?
Well, I think because I have claustrophobia and then also like
it's also water.
Yeah, it's water. I'm like, there's a lot of things that I like don't. It's all the things I'm kind of afraid of, like drowning, being in a small box, trapped. Like, it doesn't sound like a nice way to, like.
Totally. I'm wondering why the water, and I was thinking about, have you heard of those like float tanks?
Yeah.
That there are, they have them kind of all over the place. But
yeah.
I haven't been, so I'm not sure, but like I feel like the temperature of the water is supposed to be pretty close to like what body temperature is, and so you really get the sensation of like not feeling anything and you're in the dark and you're floating. And so I'm wondering if that the water component has something to do with that.
Right.
I don't know.
Or like when you think about it, like before you're born, you're in water, like you're in amniotic sac, right? So like maybe it's like kind of like a womb, like you feel very like maybe it does feel natural to be like that after a while because I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Any scientists out there that want to help us out with this? Because this film, I'm not ashamed to admit, like I could follow along with the plot and I understood what was going on, but the actual mechanics of it, no. And I don't know how scientists actually feel about it, if they were pissed or not. But like the whole like 5-dimensional world with the book, like I could not follow.
Yes,
but I understood it emotionally.
I completely agree with you. Like the passing of time and like the different time zones. I don't know. That was confusing to me a little bit, and I didn't understand. Like I got it, but it was like you're right. Like the science behind it, I don't know anything about that. So I was like, "Is this?"
Like the extent that I knew was the longer that they stayed on the new planet, the longer it would be on Earth. So I think it was like the closer you are to this wormhole, the crazier time gets. Something like that. So, but I feel like the beautiful part about this movie, as like elaborate and crazy as the concept is, you don't need to really follow to emotionally understand the film and to be emotionally affected by the story.
I agree. Yeah, the character development is so amazing. So I think that really helps you along.
Does that sound so lame that I just admitted that, like, I don't understand what's going on?
No, that's not lame. I mean, there's a lot of, like, first of all, like, let's be real. Like, we've never been to space, so like, there's a lot of stuff about space that I know nothing about. Like, that's very foreign to me. Like, obviously you learn certain things in school and, you know, research on your own maybe, but like there's a lot of things like we don't understand about that. So put all of the other stuff on top of just like not even knowing, you know, what it's like to be up there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot to process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I do know that I really enjoy it, and it really affects me on an emotional level, and I'm very invested in all of the characters.
Agreed. And just, I don't know, like, I think it's an interesting film to talk about, especially during this time, because I think just even like thinking about like losing time in your head, like him, like the passing of 23 years and then him watching those videos, and like I sometimes feel like I think back on this year so far and I'm like, wait, what was I doing? Where was I don't remember that. Like, you know what I mean? Because we were in quarantine, and
Mm-hmm.
like it almost feels like when I write the date on a piece of paper, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I just transported here.
Yeah.
Like, how are we almost to September?
Yeah, we just got an email saying, let's meet in September. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Like, I feel like I'm still back in March.
100%.
Like, we hit pause in March, and like now we're like awake again, a little bit awake again. And I'm like, wait, why are we in September?
It's very interesting because I have a little bit, I know this is like probably a little anal retentive of me, but I've felt some anxiety about the passage of time that has happened in the last several months. I've been like, well, we're not going to get this time back.
Mm-mm.
Which has been like a major reason why I've been trying to be as productive as I can. We're all just doing our best, really. But yeah, this is just, it's honestly crazy how much everything just shut down. And talking to a lot of people in the industry saying like, no one's working right now. It's like we're still kind of in sleep mode.
We totally are.
Do any of you guys out there feel like that? Like, time being wasted thing? Logistically, we know it's not, and that like the shutdown was necessary, but
right.
I don't know.
And I think everything happens. That sounds so cliche. I was literally about to be like, everything happens for a reason. But
I have a hard time with it when it's something so awful.
I don't know why. That is something I've truly always believed in, and I've never lost sight in. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's my upbringing or whatnot, but I can't speak for everyone, because I know terrible things have happened, and terrible things have, you know, things that I didn't like happened to me as well. But there also were like good things that happened because of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I can't speak for everyone, and I'm not saying that there always is, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe there's not. I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just going to say that before I say anything else.
That's the one thing we do know.
I don't know anything, guys. But I think
neither do I.
For me at least, and why it's easier for me to hold on to that truth is because like there were terrible things that happened, but then there were things that happened that were really great. And even if they started out terrible, I can always, and maybe it's just the way I am as a human, and maybe I'm just like making up rainbows out of nowhere. I don't know, but I always can find something positive out of something negative, and maybe it's a special skill. Maybe I should put that on my resume.
I think that's a lovely quality.
And maybe I look delusional. I don't know. Maybe I do, but
it doesn't matter what it looks like.
It helps me. So
that's what matters.
That's what gets me through the day to day. So yeah, I think a lot of people have like, you know, learned something at least, right? Maybe. You know, I don't think there's a wrong or right answer, but
yeah.
I
have a hard time. I feel like I always censor myself when we talk on the show because I feel like I don't want to offend anyone. I'll say that. I'll admit that.
Yeah. I mean, just because we say one thing doesn't mean we know nothing. Again, we know nothing.
Yeah. I'm happy to say that. I know nothing. I didn't understand the point of Interstellar. I understand the plot, not the science. But yeah, I was just thinking about, like, why do I feel the need to, like, backtrack everything I say? When I say, I feel like we lost so much time, why do I feel like I need to explain myself
You
for
don't.
saying something like that?
It's a valid point. I struggle with that too. Listen, we're all human. We're not perfect. We're going to say things that aren't as eloquent. You know, we can't be perfect all the time. And everyone's processing everything so differently. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we could say, you know, everything's jumbled.
Yeah.
Everything is jumbled right now.
Oh my God. There are moments where I feel like I'm really strong and I feel like I'm actually being a nice support system for certain people. And then there are other times where I am like irrational and just like out of my mind. And I'm like, oh my God, my behavior is out of control.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can relate to that. You're being a great support system to me.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, happy anniversary. Pam sent me flowers and I didn't know that it was our anniversary. So, yes. So I'm clearly a great support system.
No, I don't know. We were having a conversation because I was like thinking about, I think someone asked us how many episodes we had recorded up until now, and I didn't really know, and so it started like kind of looking through our episodes and looking through photos that we've taken. And then I saw the photo that we took the first day that we were recording, and I looked at the date and I'm like, oh shit, that's coming up. I didn't expect you to know what day it was.
I was like,
we're not in an official relationship. I mean, we're Instagram official, I guess.
We are Instagram official.
With our no one's okay.
Well, that makes me feel a little bit better because I didn't have those photos. So you had those photos, because I was like, did she write this down when we were recording that day? I was like, did she make a note of this?
No, literally 2 weeks ago, it dawned on me, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad it dawned on me before it actually happened.
Very cute. Very cute.
I know. It was really cute.
It was really cute. It made me feel really special.
Yay!
I liked it. So
I did something good for once.
Oh, not for once. You do things good all the time. What the heck?
Likewise.
Thank you. Interstellar. Pam?
Well, now that you like told people that I got you flowers, I'm going to say that Alexa got me chocolate-covered strawberries for no good reason a few weeks ago. So I'm not the only one doing nice things.
We try.
We're doing our best.
To be thoughtful.
We're very romantic business partners,
we
sounds
are.
Like.
I'm not mad about it.
Listen, I fully believe in, like, this sounds dumb, but, like, if I can make the people that I care about happy, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it's important.
Have you ever given flowers to a man before?
No, I haven't.
I had the opportunity to do that recently for a couple of friends that were in a play. So I used the excuse of like them performing, and I wanted to see how they would react to getting flowers, and they loved it.
Oh, yay.
I feel like men don't get flowers anymore, but I talked to other guys about it, and they're like, you know, the flowers are going to die. Get a plant. I'm like,
yeah.
That makes sense. But then, like, if it were me, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to end up killing this plant.
Well, yeah. I mean, guys, I killed a cactus.
So did I. Don't feel bad.
I feel really bad. And Shane has so many plants.
Is he taking care of, is he the plant dad?
He's a plant dad. And so, and I'm just not okay. Like, I'm like, does it need watered? I think it needs water. Like, I named one.
Does it need watered?
I named one Louise.
Wait, what is the name of your fake Christmas tree?
Eunice.
Okay.
Yes, Eunice.
You always name the plants like very like old-fashioned names.
They're my old broads.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, but I named
classy.
I named one Louise, and I was concerned about her today. And Shane's like, "She's fine. You're going to overwater her and kill it." And I was like, "Hey."
You know what's fucked up? You said that you killed a cactus, and so did I. The messed up part about killing a cactus is that when it dies, it's like the whole plant comes up out of the ground. Like the whole thing is just like, look what you did, and it jumps out of the soil.
It like ejects itself.
Yes, it does.
It's like, you've ruined my home. Bye.
I'm trying to run away and find another home. But oh wait, I don't have legs.
Oh wait, I don't I love that.
I've definitely done that, like where I went to like go water my cactus and it just ejects itself and plops over.
Flops, and you're like, okay.
I'm like, oh, the roots shouldn't be up.
And the funny thing is too, like, I'm like, can I come back from this? Like, I was like, Shane, can we fix it? We can fix it, right? He's like,
before you guys talk about having like a dog, maybe figure out the plant thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually don't necessarily believe in that because I'm really good with animals, but I cannot for the life of me take care of plants.
I think it's because we're overdoing it. Like, I definitely overwatered the cactus.
We're like overbearing mothers.
Yeah, I'm like too attentive. And then, I smother it.
We smother them with love and food and hydration.
Yeah, and then it goes badly.
Oh, yeah. I think that's exactly what happened. I was house sitting for my friends who are probably listening. Hello. When they went on their honeymoon, and they left me very specific instructions as to how to take care of their plants. And I killed a tomato plant. And it was the cutest plant. I did everything they said, but like, I swear to you, maybe it could feel my nerves. And of course they like knew something bad would happen. Like they know I'm like this. So they're like, if it happens, it happens. Like, don't worry about it.
I felt awful. I swear plants can smell fear.
Totally. Like dogs and like horses. Yes. They're like, oh, this bitch.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing.
I'm going to run out of here.
I gotta go.
But oh, wait,
I don't know. Well, you know what's fascinating? So Shane has a jade plant. A jade plant? I think it's jade. And
I've never heard of that. I've heard of jade jewelry, but not a plant.
See, this is why we're not playing people. Apparently it's a jade plant. I think it's a type of succulent. Don't know. I could be saying everything wrong right now. Succulent's one of my favorite
words, but continue.
Succulent. But apparently, like, if one of their, like, they have like these big plump leaves, you know, and if it falls off, like, apparently, I'm probably saying this all wrong, but like Shane told me, and he's done it, you can actually plant the leaf and it grows.
I feel like that happens with a lot of plants.
Yeah, so I didn't know that.
But I think I don't know the term for like when you take a piece of the plant and then you put it in water, have it grow roots, and then you replant it. Yes. I forget the name for that process, but that's definitely a thing.
Yeah, I was like fascinated by that because I was like, I would have thrown this out.
And is it growing?
It's growing.
That's fabulous.
I know. He has like this contraption. It has these little, like, they look like stilts, but they're like, it's like a wood stick, like a wooden stick in the soil with like clips to hold the plant up.
Yeah.
So that it grows up the stick. I don't know. I'm learning lots.
That's fabulous. Is it changing the energy of your place?
I think so. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I haven't seen your place since he moved in. So.
I know. It's like a whole new world. So maybe when
it's a jungle?
It's safe a little bit. We have some bamboo in our room. I'm looking at it right now.
That's exciting.
I don't know.
I would have you show me, but it would make noise. So I'll have to see it when we're done.
It'd be like a whole thing. So
yeah. That's excellent.
I didn't name the bamboo yet, though. Maybe I should.
Okay, let's name it right now.
Working on names.
Do you need to pass the names like by Shane?
Okay. No. Okay. The only problem with this bamboo is that it doesn't look like like it looks like a Charlie.
I like that.
Yeah? I think we can do that. I think he's a Charlie. Louise, Charlie.
Oh, I thought it would be a female Charlie.
It could be. I mean, it could be it could be either.
Okay.
Charlie's like could be either male or female. Let the plant choose.
I don't know how we got here. This is movie night.
I have no idea.
It's movie night.
I have no idea.
Interstellar, highly recommend it.
Me too.
It's a good quarantine watch. I feel like the best quarantine watches right now are the adventure films.
I agree.
Interstellar is a great adventure film. I think I'm going to get into Indiana Jones. The Mummy, National Treasure is an excellent quarantine watch right now.
National Treasure.
Alexa, are you telling me that you haven't seen National Treasure with Nicolas Cage?
I think I might be, but I didn't mean to.
Alexa.
I was like, as it was coming out of my mouth, I was like, I think I should just not speak in this moment.
Alexa, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, like I know that quote, but I've never actually seen the movie. I'm a terrible human.
It's such a fun one. I'm kind of jealous because if you get to watch that for the first time during quarantine, it's really going to like change a vibe. You know what I mean? We're just looking for vibe changes, a new feeling, a new sensation, emotion during this time. I'll take anything different. That'll give that to you.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
I bet you Shan has seen it.
I know. I was actually curious about that. I wish I could ask him right now, but he has his noise canceling headphones on because
he doesn't want to listen.
He doesn't want to hear me. So he puts them in.
Does he listen?
No, he always has his noise canceling.
No, does he listen to this show?
Oh, I think he has. I don't think he's a regular listener, but he does like podcasts. He listens to a lot of different podcasts. He's a fan of the pods, but I don't.
He'll check in here and there.
He checks in. He checks in here or there.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's got his own thing going on.
Well, that's a very rewatchable movie. So if he's seen it, I'm sure he won't mind seeing it again because that's like such a fun one.
Probably not. I feel like he's either not seen it or he's seen it and he's probably like, oh my God, you haven't seen that? We should watch it right now.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the general feeling that you would get from most people.
Yeah, probably.
When you tell them that you haven't seen National Treasure. That was probably one of my favorite memes of quarantine, actually. It was like a picture of someone knitting, and I think it was Kiefer Sutherland knitting something. And it said, day 2 of quarantine. I'm going to learn how to knit. And then below it, it has a picture of Nicolas Cage in National Treasure, and it says, day 56 of quarantine, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, that's actually really cute and funny. I love it.
It's really accurate.
Oh my God. You did learn how to knit.
I did learn how to knit.
You actually did. You made me a scarf.
Is it broken yet?
No, it's beautiful. And obviously,
it's too hot to wear right now.
Wait, obviously I haven't been able to wear it or else I would probably die of heat stroke. But
I'm literally like under boob sweat right now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's really bad. It's
a lot. But it's like beautifully hanging on my coat rack in my like doorway. So it's very beautiful.
I'm happy you like it.
Yeah.
There are some errors, so I hope it doesn't unravel like our emotions.
You know what? It's imperfectly perfect, Pam.
Thanks, Alexa.
You're welcome.
I hope you use it in good health.
I will.
Keep your limbs warm.
My limbs.
Your necks.
My neck.
Did we talk about Interstellar at all?
We did in the beginning.
I mean, we covered it in 2 episodes, really.
Yeah, this is like
I would be remiss to say, I don't know if I use that accurately, but we're doing great. I should say that Jessica Chastain's performance is always incredible. I have been on a Jessica Chastain binge this quarantine. Like, we watched and reviewed Molly's Game earlier on. Watched her in this, and she's absolutely lovely in this.
Zero Dark 30. Fucking excellent. And then I just saw her in another movie. Oh my God, the name is like slipping my mind. I literally saw it like 2 nights ago, where she plays a lobbyist. Oh my God. I'll like come up with it like the second we end the episode, but she's really good in it. Miss Sloane is the film I'm talking about. I just watched that. Miss Sloane.
I remember I saw it in theaters when it came out because I'm such a fan of hers. And then I put it on, and I really love like political films and like psychological thrillers that have to do with like government and things like that. It really did it for me, this film.
I'll have to watch that. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. And also, like, as lame as it sounds, like, her costuming is pretty epic.
That's not lame.
It's not lame. You're right.
I love it.
Just like in Molly's Game, it was epic, too.
Yes. I miss going to the movies.
Me too.
Really sad.
Yeah. I've been trying to set a mood for when I watch films to try to like create some sort of cool experience.
I like that plan. Yeah, that's
Like
good.
I'll dim the lights and I'll light some candles and I'll like make myself a cocktail and enjoy a movie. If I can't go see it in theaters, I'll try my best.
Exactly.
Anything else before we move on to our next segment?
I think we covered a lot of ground.
I don't know what we covered at this point.
Are you okay, Pam?
Clearly not. I'm doing better than okay. I had a good day.
Yay!
I had a self-tape audition, which was super fun. It was a really good one. Thoroughly enjoyed that. I don't know if you have this experience, but I don't know, maybe when it's like, I like all different kinds of writing, and I really like I said, going, like, I like political stuff, and I love going out for like procedurals and things like that. But a lot of the time with dialogue like that, delivering exposition has its challenges. But the scene I went out for, the film I went out for today, it was more of like just a regular conversation. And it had a lot of like twists and turns, and it was like, it had depth, and it was just really fun because it felt very natural and just fun. And I got to like really explore some stuff, which was really great.
That's always good.
Yeah. And now we're here, and that makes me happy. And it's our anniversary.
Yeah.
And I've been having a really good day. Knock on wood.
Yeah. You're going to continue to have a good day.
Thank you.
And then tomorrow will be good too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you okay?
No.
Why?
I'm better than okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is like one of the first times you like really just jumped on the no.
I did. I know. It's so uncomfortable. I think what I've really found is like, it's just really uncomfortable for me to say no, because I'm so accustomed to saying yes to that question, which is like the whole point of why we do this. So, I just now, guys, what episode is this? Just now, I'm becoming comfortable with saying no. So that's how programmed we are as humans.
Which is great.
Yeah.
This is a process. We're learning as we go.
It is. It is. Yeah, no, I'm doing better than okay. I don't know. Today was a good day too. I mean, I didn't really do much, but it was a very peaceful, positive day. So like, what more could you ask for?
That's fabulous. That's exactly what I'd want in a day off.
Yeah. Yeah. Today was I had a day off. I have to work tomorrow. But
she has the best facial expressions. I really want to figure out how to start filming so you guys could see the precise way that Alexa crosses her eyes and like half winks at the camera when she is short-circuiting.
Speaking of self-tapes, like that, like I love when I can use that in a scene.
You do the like, eye twitch?
Or like cross my eyes, because like it's so natural for me. So it's my way of like adding my authentic like self into the scene. And so like I always look for like it has to lend itself to it, of course. Like, but
I did an eye twitch recently.
I love that.
When I was like looking at my scene partner, like, what are you doing? I don't know about you.
Dude, it works. I love adding like stuff I do in real life into my scene. So whenever I get the chance to do it, I like to do it. But yeah.
Those are the things that like no one else is going to do.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. In the way that you do them. Yeah.
Right. So that's always fun. Speaking of self-tapes, I haven't like, you know me, I love to go into the room, but obviously I've had to become more comfortable with the self-tape world, but I'm getting used to it. I'm finding my own, I'm having more fun with them now.
That's fabulous.
Yeah. It was a struggle in the beginning.
Honestly, it was a little bit of a struggle for me too, because I have such a great place that I always go to I like go to a studio to get it done. And it just allows me the opportunity to like not worry about the tech.
Yep.
And so worrying about the tech has been an absolute just like stressful nightmare. But today, like, this is going to sound so dumb. Okay, like I sound so dumb in this episode.
No, you don't.
No, but I do, because I talked about how my mic was backwards, and I talked about how I didn't understand the science of Interstellar. But I'm also gonna add this. I have my, what do we call that? Ring light. And I have a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that set up. And then I have my tripod that I put my camera on for my self-tape. And I've been, like, the tripod isn't tall. And so I've been putting books under the legs.
Okay.
And then I realized that there was still some, like, give on the legs still. Like, there are two notches
like you can make
that adjust,
longer.
and I've only was adjusting one.
It's okay.
I found this out today, and I'm like, oh, like, this saves me a lot of time.
You know, sometimes
Alexa, that's embarrassing.
It's really okay. Like, I make stupid mistakes all the time, so this is not phasing.
But, like, I've been using that tripod with, like, I've been doing, like, a makeshift, like, MacGyver book stacking situation for months.
It's okay. It's okay.
And I'm like, oh, I can do this evenly. Wow.
You got there. That's all that matters.
That's just, like, typical me, though. Like, I'll make something so complicated when I really don't have to.
I do that, too. It's the overthinking.
Like, when Jason sent me the email and he's like, I think your mic's backwards. I'm like, yeah, that would make sense. Like, that's something that I would for sure do.
That's something that would happen to me. Great.
I do think about details, but I feel like
it's almost like you're thinking too hard.
I think too hard and I miss obvious things.
Yes. But, like, I've kind of been like that since grade school. It's really weird. Like, I remember, I vividly remember teachers being like, it's odd because, like, this harder question that pertains to the question you answered before, you got correct. And then, like, the easier question you got wrong. So they're like, that's very odd. And I'm like, and I just always wrote it off. But I think it's just because my brain is, like, overfiring.
Yeah.
at all times.
I'm constantly thinking about what could go wrong.
Yeah.
How to fix perspective things. But, like, I don't think about, like, how to, like, get it right in the first place.
Yes. I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
So, even though I felt really embarrassed when I, like, realized, oh, like, this could go way taller. But at least now my life will be so much easier now that I know that.
Yeah. It's all good.
You're looking at me like, I can't believe you're admitting
No, I'm not. Like, this is no.
I want to give a shout out to Alexandra, who I'm so excited to be recording with soon. Yes. Shout out. She, that conversation with her really empowered me to, like, she gave us a really beautiful compliment about how we tend to be vulnerable. And it's not the first time I've actually, like, heard it. And I didn't know that people were, like, really seeing, like, a lot of the things we were saying as kind of, like, putting ourselves out there in a different way. And when she said that, I'm just like, why don't I do that more? So, like, I'm not going to be embarrassed, you guys.
Don't be
embarrassed. And if I am embarrassed, I'll admit to being embarrassed, and then we can talk about it.
It's part of life. Ever get secondhand embarrassment where you think of something embarrassing that happened to you, like, a day ago, and you, like, cringe?
I get secondhand embarrassment from things that I did 10 years ago.
No, me too. Like, and it's weird. It's like I get a flashback. Like, I'll be driving in the car, and all of a sudden it, like, overcomes me, and I'm like, oh no.
I swear to you, I had that today.
It's the worst. I almost feel like secondhand, like, I'm more embarrassed about things that happened years ago than I'm embarrassed about things that happened to me, like, 2 seconds ago.
I got triggered watching something that the Morning Toast ladies put out. They were talking about blacking out, and then I got a memory of a night that I went out clubbing and I blacked out. And I don't do that often, but, like, you know, in college, like, there were a few times that I did that. And I just, like, the amount of, like, what's the word? Like, cringiness.
Yeah.
That comes up when I think about memories like that.
Yes.
Or lack thereof. It's, like, so much for me to handle. And I literally had to say, that was years ago. You need to fucking let it go.
Yeah, no, you do. You need to, like, check yourself. Because, like, I will literally have, like, a full body, like, cringe. Like, my whole body will, like, tense up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. It's like the whole memory just, like, passed through me.
Yeah. Was there a particular one?
I can't even remember what it was because I didn't have one in, like, it didn't happen to me recently. So I don't know what I was thinking about. But I just remember what it feels like my body, like, I, like, do, like, a little, like, thing. I'm like, ugh.
You do a neck crack.
Yeah, I do a neck crack. I'm like, oh. I'm
One
sure
of our guests is known for his neck crack when something hits him like that. Or shout out to James.
Yeah.
He does a neck crack when he gets frustrated with something.
Yeah, it's a weird like tension release.
It's like I need to shake it off.
Yeah, it's like I need to get it out of my system. Yeah, it's weird.
Come on, you got to think of one. I just came up with.
Oh, I honestly, now you're putting me on the spot. Like I'm trying to think of something. It might even be as little as me like responding to someone wrong, like
in an email or
like in person. Like I don't know, someone that I hold very highly in my mind. Like even if it's like a mistake, like they say something to me and I say something stupid, like I'm trying to think of an example. Like if someone would say, like, if someone like, when you say like thanks you to something that doesn't pertain to them.
Oh my God, I do that all the time.
Yeah. Or like, but if I say to someone who like, I like, because there's certain people that make you more embarrassed than other people. Like I'll think about that and I'm like, oh my God, I can't even believe I did that or something like that. That's obviously on a small scale. I'm just trying to think of something really quick because I know that's happened to me before, but mostly like how I say something to somebody. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was dumb.
So like everything that I say on this show.
No.
You get like third-hand embarrassment with me. Like I'm embarrassed for Pam for that thing that she said.
I've never in my life been embarrassed by you ever.
Like when Alexander brought up the pickle juice thing,
that was great.
It was hilarious, and I loved. It was such a nice compliment that she was paying us. But a part of me was like, "Oh my God, I really did say that."
I am proud. I am a proud pickle juice drinker.
It's really your fault.
It is my fault. I'll take the blame for this, but I'm proud of it.
Very good.
So.
Wow, we are just really sharing.
When in Rome.
It's out there in the ether now.
Yeah.
It's really funny because a lot of people have been mentioning that lately. Like, oh, like some of the stuff you talked about, like you really put yourself out there. And I'm like, it's just funny because I'm a really private person. And
you definitely are. I mean, I'm not like super like everything to the world either, but I'm definitely a little bit more open to sharing things, but you're definitely more private than I am.
I just think it's interesting because I don't talk about, very personal things, and I don't bring up names of people to respect their privacy when I feel like that's absolutely necessary. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm willing to admit to embarrassing stuff that I don't necessarily hold as like, I have a different bar for like what's precious to me and what isn't.
Yeah, there's certain things that obviously, you don't share.
Yeah.
But some things doesn't matter. And hopefully it's relatable. Maybe we're going to start a trend. Pickle juice drinks.
Diaries.
Pickle juice diaries. I love it. If we had any fans, they'd be sending us jars of pickles right now.
Is anyone out there?
Anyone out there want to send us some pickles? I won't be mad.
Totally. I want to invite all of you guys to send us an email if you have any questions for us. If you have any thoughts on any of our episodes, we would love to hear from you and talk to you, and we'll totally respond to you on the show. Right, Alexa?
Absolutely.
I know I'm like catching you off guard on this one, but I think we want to talk to the people.
Yeah, I would die to answer someone's question on our podcast. I'd be like, oh my God, so exciting.
I think it'll be really good. So guys, our email where you can reach us at is noonesoka@gmail.com. That is noonesokai@gmail.com. Send us a note.
Yeah.
Say hello. Be nice, hopefully. Or not. We'll take a hate or two. I'm kidding. We'd really rather not.
We probably just won't respond to you.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the things. If for some reason you want to see more of us, you can follow us on Instagram @noone'sokay.
And a special thanks to Jordan Ross Weinhold, Sean Moore, Jason Crow, Claire Palmer, Jackson Palmer, Tiffany Haymoff, Shane Rings, James Liddell, and our podcast is recorded at Soundworks Studios. We can't wait to meet you!